So friends, today is January 2nd. We were supposed to do all of this work yesterday, but nobody wanted to do anything yesterday. I mean, let's be realistic, right? It was a good day to lay down, get some rest, recuperate. We didn't do a ton of drinking, but we were up way past our bedtime, and that is just something that I am not used to, so I needed to recover. So we pushed it for today. Now I'm gonna take advantage while he's out, because he is working right now, but while he's out I'm gonna just get everything set up and worked out, so that when he does get home it's just seamless and we can get right to work. Bear with me on my terrible drawing skills, because I am definitely not an artist. This is what we're building. I'm so embarrassed, but okay, for real. This is what we're building. So this is going to be 10 feet long, and this is going to be about 2 feet wide, and then we have our little legs, and we're going to do bracing along the inside. And I'm kind of putting together a hybrid of the metal boxes that we currently have, which I think the brand for that is Vever, and we buy those at Home Depot, and they've served us really well all of these years. I love those little boxes, but since we had to break down the shed and get rid of all of that, we have this empty space, and I figured let's maximize our growing as best as possible by putting in these larger beds. Now, we took a trip to Tractor Supply. There's only one in our area, and we went there, and he had seen, and my husband George had seen, these large planter boxes there. Well, we went to measure it out and see if it would fit, because we weren't entirely sure, and to see if I liked them. Look, they cost $300. Excuse me. They're $300. They're 8 feet long. They're great, but we had this moment where we stopped and said, can we build this? So we went to Home Depot and then to those, looking at the materials, seeing what was available and what wasn't, and we created like a hybrid of it, and we're going to show you guys how that comes together. But essentially we're doing it for around $80, which in my opinion is spectacular, considering that the Vever metal boxes are $100 each one. That wooden box from Tractor Supply is around $300, and it's 8 feet wide. I'm making a larger one, or 8 feet long, sorry. I'm making a larger one for less money than either one of those. So join me on this crazy journey where I learn how to use power tools and we make big planter boxes. And hopefully we'll both learn something new today, because I'm super excited. But you guys, stick with me. It's gonna be a great day. Okay friends, so we're outside now, and it is chilly by South Florida standards, but I know the rest of the country's like, yeah right, no way. But for us, it's sweater weather. So we've got our materials back here. Over here we have a whole bunch of 2x3s, we have 2x4s, and we have metal roof paneling, and that's pretty much all we need to build these boxes. It's really incredible. Let me show you where it's gonna go though. Okay. So they're gonna go right there. We're only building one today just because I wanted to see it as a prototype, but that's it. It's just the one that's gonna go right over there. So right now I'm just gonna grab all the tools, start bringing everything out, so that when George gets home we can just get right to work. Ooh, careful buddy. fluffernutter. Okay, disclaimer on the pricing because I want to be completely honest and 100% thorough. I did not buy these. I had these already. These are exterior screws. Let me show you one more time. So these are the screws that we're going to be using, and they come with their own bit. I do know that. See? See, they bring their own little star tip. Everything has names and I don't know them, so bear with me. But it's one of these. So these are the ones that we're going to be using. We did have this box already, but I can look it up and let you guys know exactly how much it costs, to give you a full end price on how everything was at the end, and see did we actually save a lot of money doing this ourselves. In the meantime, friends, we are in full pantry challenge mode, so trying not to order any food in, trying not to go to the grocery store. I did ask George to get a gallon of milk on his way home because milk is one of those things. I don't like freezing milk. It's just a personal thing. So that's the thing that I really allowed myself to say, hey, we're gonna not be going crazy if we have to stop and get a gallon of milk or a box of eggs. I don't have chickens, so constant egg production is not one of those things that I'm ever gonna have. So I want to see how long I can go. I know normally like pantry challenge lasts for a few months, but we're gonna try my version this year, which I've never participated in before, which is trying to make everything from what I have in the house. And sometimes it's store-bought things because we don't have the ability to grow, but you do end up saving so much money if you have a well-stocked pantry and freezer. So we're gonna get into that. I'm gonna get started here. I'm gonna clean up this kitchen real quick because it is quite a mess from this morning. And today I think I'm gonna make meatloaf. Now the Georges may not be happy with that because they don't love meatloaf, but I do, and why not? Yesterday we had homemade Asian food, and I did not film that, sorry guys, but I was out for the count. Now I did post a picture on Instagram. I'll put the handle down here. There it is. On the homemade California rolls that I made, and it was a great experiment on how to do that. We'll get way deeper into it as time goes by, learning how to make homemade sushi a lot better. But yeah, it was a great like first time experience. I was super happy with it. So now let's get washing dishes and cleaning up. So I have this little egg cooker that's 900 years old, at least that's how it looks, because in true fashion I use it until it literally can't take it anymore. So all you do for this is just place your eggs in it. So it cooks 7 eggs, and then it comes with this little cup, and I don't know if you can see the writing on that or not, but there is a different filling for soft, medium, or hard, and for the amount of eggs. So we're gonna do hard for 7 eggs. There we go, perfect. And you just place that into the bottom underneath. So just lift, the water goes down there, eggs go here, cover it. It has a little vent hole in the cover so the steam can come out, and I always face that away from the cabinets, and then just turn it on. When it's done, it's gonna make a noise to let us know, and we can just unplug it and let them cool. Okay, so these are done. I'm just gonna take them carefully and place them into this plastic container. One of these. I'll just use this since I just washed it. Okay, and then I just fill that bin with some ice water. To help them cool off. I will wash this as soon as it cools, and then we'll have our hard-boiled eggs. Why do I need hard-boiled eggs? Because I'm gonna stuff them into my meatloaf. It's gonna be so cool. All right, friends, so we've got our chicken wings for lunch defrosted. I did not tell you guys about that, but I had to make an executive decision. You can't be eating all day, or you can't be working all day and not eat something, right? I mean, you need lunch. So, I've got a couple of packs of chicken wings here. Now remember, I pre-pack everything myself. So I know these have been washed really well. Okay. Making sure they're separated. Okay, perfect. Wash my hands. When you bring chicken home from the store, wash it. Don't just put it away and that's it. Put a little vinegar on it. Give it a good wash. But I'm gonna do it again anyways. I'm a little bit crazy sometimes, right? So just a little bit of vinegar on there. Making sure we get all the funk out of it. No funky chicken allowed. Okay. Okay, friends. It's been sitting in the vinegar for a little bit. I'm just gonna wash it. Awesome. Whenever you're working with chicken, make sure to thoroughly wash your hands with soap before you go into anything else. Salmonella is no joke. Okay, so we're gonna get into seasoning these guys before we get the grill on, so it sits on there for a little bit. And we're gonna use 2 different kinds of seasonings. These are some of my favorites. It's Everglades Fish and Chicken and Everglades Heat. I love these. We kind of became, well, that's done. I have more bottles though. We became fans of this when we tried it, watching Deer Meat for dinner. I don't know if you guys watched that, but he uses it quite often in his cooking, and we figured, oh, let's give it a try. Delicious, love this stuff. Okay, so a good helping of both. And now, clean up after myself a little bit here. Now we're gonna get in there and toss the chicken about. Just to make sure. Hey, so I just wanted you to look over my expert drawing. I already showed you good people.
Oh?
That's what we're building. It's good, right?
Yeah,
Good?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That looks good. That looks good.
Friends, we did our research on this one. There are some options online. They cannot compare. We paid $57.39 for the materials for this garden bed. The 2x4s were $3.25 each. The 2x3s were $2.48 each. The metal roofing panel, we paid $27.20 for that one panel, which was 10 feet by about 2 feet wide. We really weighed out the cost, but we're definitely convinced when we realized that Home Depot sells a similar one that is 8 feet long by 2 feet wide for $242.97 online, and you still have to assemble it. We picked the materials and the size that we wanted. We did not use a wood base. Eventually, the wood will rot with the exposure to moisture, and I was afraid that it would not last as long. And the metal boxes we already do have that metal roofing panel on the bottom, and we figured that would be a really good idea. So we decided to go forward with that option and kind of do like a hybrid of the different planter boxes that we've been seeing. And in the end, I can't believe the cost difference on just sitting down and a little bit of careful planning on our end, how much money we saved in the long run. The top of the dirt. It's still a little high, but I think it's going to be good so that it's
You gotta tell me now if you're good with it or not.
No, I'm good with it. I know. If anything, I have a little step ladder. Step ladders fix the world. Okay, friends. So so now that they've split those 2x4s in half, the reason we did that and we didn't just, I don't know if I said it earlier, but just in case, the reason we did that and we didn't just buy 1x4s is because 1x4s were twice the price of the 2x4s. So it wasn't a huge effort. It was an effort, but it saved us a lot of money in the long run. So that's why we went with that. So those 2x4s were $3.25 each, I believe. And the 1x4s, if I'm not mistaken, were like $6.65. So saving a little bit of money.
I almost fell.
Oh dear.
I'm not trying to be a clown. Just we need to move some of these boards. I don't know.
All right.
It's a little crowded.
Gotcha. This next part requires some safety. Cleaning up is the most important part. You want to make sure all the dust and debris have been removed and there is a water hose nearby. Don't think we're crazy, guys, but burning the wood actually seals it. Think of a delicious steak. When you sear the outside of it and create a beautiful crust, the meat inside is moist, it's protected. The same goes for the wood. You essentially draw out and burn the natural sugars in the wood and create a protective crust on the outside. And even better, it's not toxic.
It's the little details that count. Burning the end grains, making sure so that the water doesn't rot. That's where it will rot the most first. If it's gonna have a chance to rot, it will rot there. Otherwise, it's not gonna rot. We had some planters that we did this to. The only reason why they're no longer here is because I had an accident with them while I was taking down the shop here.
We're ready, sir.
You like burning wood?
Kinda do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, here, hold on to that.
Alright, sir.
Here's some iced tea.
Get it.
And somebody light me up.
You get it.
Light me up before I go.
You gotta open that.
Yeah, thank you.
You're off.
We're also gonna need that.
I'm gonna light them up.
Oh, she's lighting me up.
Do you want to be the one to light up?
Come on,
There you go.
light me up
There
here
you
though.
go. Get it going.
Nope. What did I say? You don't move your
Right
arm. I know. I'm giving it to you to hold. Jesus. God. All right. Take a look around.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
See if you want to charge some more over here. Look, I think I went a little light over here.
I'll take care of that with a little one.
Look.
Not Pinterest.
It's not Pinterest. Oh my God, I am not that short.
Sorry, I'm little. There we go.
So it's not Pinterest that we have to thank for this. It's Tractor Supply. Just want to make sure we get that out in the oven, out in the clear.
It's like I said, guys. We're
It's
gonna
not like
show
they're
you.
gonna sponsor me ever. It's Tractor Supply.
I'm gonna break it down for you guys exactly how much this costs versus how much the one at Tractor Supply costs. But honestly,
And this one is 100 times better built.
yeah, so much better built.
Pinterest quality here.
Right there.
I don't want that close to the middle.
All right, friends, so we have worked very hard today. Like extra hard. So let's get dinner in the oven. So it's working while we're working. Stop. Oh my God, shenanigans. All day long, the shenanigans. All right. In all seriousness, I've got 2 eggs in this bowl I'm whisking together. To that. Like I said, super duper simple. Okay. We're gonna add about 2 tablespoons of A1 steak sauce. If you don't have A1, whatever steak sauce you have will do. And if you don't have that, buy A1. This is amazing. It tastes good on everything. No, but honestly, you could do a little bit of grated onion, some garlic, and some ketchup. But this kind of has a little bit of everything, plus Worcestershire, so one-stop shop. We're trying to make it simple today. Okay. Come on, buddies. Good grief. Okay, we're gonna add 1 pound of ground beef to that mixture. And you're probably thinking, but it's so wet. Yes, yes it is. So we have panko breadcrumbs. Now I did wash my hands. They are not covered in sawdust. We're gonna mush that meat with the egg mixture. Okay. And add some breadcrumbs. And right now, I'm sure a lot of you are thinking to yourselves, oh my God, it's just meat, bread, and egg. Yeah, no, it totally is. You know why? Because some days you just want simple food. And today is one of those. After we have worked outside, well, they worked a lot harder than I did. But I was there to lend emotional support. All right, let's shake this and I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do to make it special. All right, friends. So we're gonna take some of this meat mixture, right now, slap it on there, right? And you're just gonna create a base. Now we don't need a massive meatloaf, it's just the 3 of us. And you're probably wondering, why aren't you making this in like a loaf pan? Because I want it to cook fast. So we're gonna set that right there, about yay long. Remember those hard-boiled eggs we cooked this morning? We're gonna place those butt to butt in here. This is a great use for that weird egg that didn't quite peel the way you wanted it to, and it's kind of like a little chunk came off and you're like, why did you have to do me like that? This is where you want that egg. There we go, just like that. And then I kind of make like a little patty and cover that egg. Now it's not perfect, we'll finish it off in a second. I know this is a little strange for a lot of people, but hear me out, it's delicious. It is like extra tasty. And it looks kind of cool when you're done cooking it. Okay, so we want to make sure that it is sealed. And I give some props to my mother-in-law on this one, because my husband was the one that told me you should try putting hard-boiled egg inside of the meatloaf. My mom used to do that when I was younger, and it was good. And I was like, you're crazy, I'm not doing that. And then I did it once, and I was like, oh my God, it's actually really good. Okay, so here we go. Beautiful. Now let's get it in the oven. Okay, so this is really plain looking. There's nothing really going on here. So let's crack a little pepper over the top, just because I like heat. And then just a sprinkling of salt. Now, this is still gonna get glazed with ketchup because that's the way we have meatloaf, right? So I'm gonna mix the ketchup with a few other things, glaze it over the top. It's gonna look great. But for right now, I kind of want that to sear and get a pretty color on the outside before I glaze it. So we're gonna pop it in there and let that cook. This is essentially a hamburger. Like, I remember going and sitting down and watching Food Network back in the day, and you would see the Food Network chefs going back and forth about what's a hamburger, what's a meatloaf. Like, one chef would say that a hamburger is traditional, just meat, nothing else in it, just a little salt and pepper. And then the other one would, you know, put a whole bunch of stuff into it and add like, you know, onions, peppers, and all this stuff mixed in with the burger and cook it up. You know what the difference is? You make the one you want. If you want a hamburger with a whole bunch of onions and stuff on it, do it. If you want one that just has salt and pepper on it and meat, do it. It's your food in your kitchen, in your home. Make what makes you happy. I lost that pretense of food, like this is traditional. True, traditionally speaking, a hamburger is just a piece of meat with a little bit of salt and pepper cooked on a grill in between 2 slices of white bread. Does it matter? No. because now some people want cheese on it, others want a fried egg, some want bacon, some want jalapenos. Put whatever you want in it, whatever makes you happy. Same with the meatloaf. Do whatever you want with it. If you love having all those vegetables throughout your meatloaf, go for it. Today, I just want to get in and out of this kitchen quick. So we've got meatloaf here. It's going to go into the oven. Middle rack. In about 30 minutes, I'm going to check on that. And then start glazing it with the ketchup. Catch you back in the kitchen. Alright friends, so we're pulling everything out of the oven now. Oh, look at how pretty that is. It's beautiful. Okay, take these guys out of here. Okay, so for dinner this evening, we are having the meatloaf, our fries, and our home canned fresh from Florida corn. And I advise all of you, I don't know if other states have it, but if they have kind of like a seal that says it's fresh from this location, go with that because it's your homegrown stuff. Okay, so all right, let's take a look at this meatloaf real quick. Pretty. Look at how cool that is. That's really neat, right? Okay. Now to that corn, all I added was a couple of pats of butter and a little sprinkling of salt because I do buy unsalted butter. But let's give it a try. I'm not gonna lie to you, meatloaf is one of my favorite things to eat. I've loved it since I was a kid. Oh yeah, you guys gotta make that. Guys, today was a long day. We worked so hard. You were with us throughout the entire process and I'm so grateful for it. I hope you had just as much fun as we did working in the morning, getting lunch grilled off. We worked on a huge project with that planter box I'm so excited about. We'll be finishing that off tomorrow. I'll be taking you guys to the store with me while we get our dirt and all our stuff. And we might be building the second box sooner rather than later. Fingers crossed we can get that done. But thank you again for being a part of my day. I really appreciate you guys every single day. I hope you have a great rest of your day and a great rest of your week. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye. Oh, we're still recording. My apologies and my crazy look. Oh my God, I look really crazy. All right.